Certainly. One of the most transformative features in Python that many developers find life-changing is the use of lambda functions combined with higher-order functions like map, filter, and reduce. These tools allow for concise, expressive code that can be easier to read and maintain. What are lambda functions? A lambda function in Python is a small anonymous function that is defined using the lambda keyword. It's a way to create a function without explicitly using the def keyword. Lambda functions can take any number of arguments but can only have one expression. Why use lambda functions? Conciseness: they allow you to write small functions in line without defining them separately. Readability: when used correctly, they can make code more readable by removing boilerplate code. Functional programming: they enable a functional programming style, which can lead to cleaner and more expressive code. Example use case: filtering and mapping data. Let's say you have a list of numbers, and you want to filter out the even numbers and then square the remaining odd numbers. You can achieve this using lambda functions along with filter and map. Step 1. Using filter. The filter function constructs an iterator from elements of an iterable for which a function returns true. In our case, we can use a lambda function to filter out even numbers. Step 2. Using map. The map function applies a function to all items in an iterable. Here, we will use a lambda function to square the remaining odd numbers. Complete example: here's a complete code example that demonstrates the use of lambda functions with filter and map. Python. Step 1. Create a list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step 2. Filter out even numbers using filter and a lambda function. Odd numbers list. Filter lambda x2. Filtering: the filter function takes a lambda function that checks if a number is odd to x2. It returns an iterator of odd numbers. Mapping: the map function takes a lambda function that squares each odd number x2. It returns an iterator of the squared values. Conversion to list: we convert the results from filter and map to a list for easier readability. Conclusion: using lambda functions in combination with filter and map can significantly streamline your code, making it more readable and efficient. More readability has significantly This functional programming aspect of Python is a powerful tool that can change the way you approach problem solving in your code. Feel free to experiment with different scenarios, and you might find that this trick is indeed life-changing.